The 28th Indian Brigade was an infantry brigade of the British Indian Army that saw active service. Wirh. The Indian Army during the First World War. Formed in October 1914, it defended the Suez Canal in early 1915, ended the Ottoman threat to Aden in July 1915, took part in the Mesopotamian Campaign in 1916 and 1917, before finishing the war in the Sinai and Palestine Campaign. It remained in Palestine until it was broken up in 1920. History. Egypt and Aden. The 28th Indian Brigade was formed in October 1914 as part of Indian Expeditionary Force F and sent to Egypt. After arriving in Egypt, it joined the 10th Indian Division when it was formed on the 24th of December. It served on the Suez Canal defenses, notably taking part in the actions on the Suez Canal on 3–4 February 1915. In July 1915, the brigade was detached to Aden with 1B Battery, HAC in 1/1 of a Stone Berkshire Battery, RA. They fought a sharp action at Sheikh Othman on the 20th of July that removed the Turkish threat to Aden for the rest of the war, before returning to Egypt in September. In November 1915, the brigade left the division and moved to Mesopotamia. The brigade joined the 7th Division in December 1915 and, other than a short attachment to the 3rd Division, remained with the division for the rest of the war. Initially, the division and brigade were heavily involved in the attempts to relieve the 6th Division besieged at Kut, including the action of Sheikh Saad, the action of the Wadi, the first action on the Hana, and the 1st, 2nd and 3rd attacks on Sinai.It. The 6th Division surrendered on the 29th of April 1916. In 1917, the brigade took part in the Second Battle of Kut, including the capture of Sinai.It and the following advance to Baghdad, including the operations on the Tigris right bank and the occupation of Baghdad. The brigade then advanced to Samarra, including the actions of Mushahida, the action of Istabilat and the occupation of Samarra. The brigade's final action in Mesopotamia was the action of Dor, Sinai and Palestine in December 1917. It was decided to transfer a division to Egypt and the 7th Division was selected. It arrived in January 1918, and on the 1st of April took over the line from 52nd Division. The brigade remained in Palestine for the rest of the war, taking part in the battles of Megiddo, in particular the Battle of Sharon. After the armistice of Mudros, the brigade remained with the division as part of the occupation of Palestine until broken up in February 1920. Order of battle. The brigade had the following composition during the First World War: 51st Sikhs Division, 53rd Sikhs, 56th Punjabi Rifles, 1st Battalion, 5th Gurkha Rifles Brigade, 2nd Division, left in May 1915 for 29th Indian Brigade, 125th Napier's Rifles Brigade, 7th Division, left on the 12th of June 1915 for 22nd Brigade, 11th Indian Division, 62nd Punjabis Brigade, 11th Indian Division, left in September for Aden. 2nd Battalion, Leicestershire Regiment Brigade, 7th Division, Provisional Battalion, Oxfordshire and Buckinghamshire Light Infantry. 136th Machine Gun Company, 28th Light Trench Mortar Battery. Commanders. The brigade had the following commanders. Bibliography. Beck Major A.F. Order of Battle of Divisions Part 2A. The Territorial Force Mounted Divisions and the First Line Territorial Force Divisions. London, His Majesty's Stationery Office. ISBN 187116712-4. Farndale, General Sir Martin. The Forgotten Fronts and the Home Base, 1914–18. History of the Royal Regiment of Artillery. Woolwich, the Royal Artillery Institution. ISBN 1870114051. Perry, F.W. Order of Battle of Divisions Part 5b. Indian Army Divisions. Newport, Gwent, Ray Westlake Military Books. ISBN 1871167237-X.